Hi, I'm Stephanie Adams, and I was inspired to create SAYF for two main reasons. The first is that I oftentimes have people come up to me either because they know I'm a yoga teacher, or maybe they see me with my yoga mat in an airport, and they'll share with me their stories of yoga injury. They'll say, oh, gosh, I practiced yoga, I went to a studio, I took one class and hurt my knee. Or I was practicing for about a month and my low back started to hurt. Or I was practicing for a while, maybe a year, and my shoulder started to hurt. So unfortunately, these students oftentimes also share with me that they didn't share that they were injured with their yoga teacher or their studio. They just quit coming to yoga. They thought, yoga's not for me. And two things. One, I don't think that needs to happen. And two, it breaks my heart a little bit because I have experienced the long-term healing, psychological, personal, transformative benefits of yoga over 24 years. And I know that if somebody gets injured early on, they're less likely to experience those long-term benefits. And the second reason that I created SAYF is that as a studio owner who focuses on human movement mechanics, and who trains teachers to focus on human movement mechanics and the richness and depth of the tradition of yoga, we have created a culture at our studio over 15 years where students are really starting to get it. They're really starting to feel and experience in their bodies the balancing effects of doing a yoga practice that's sustainable. They're also practicing without pain in their joints. So we live in a resort town, and what has been a struggle for me over time as a studio owner is I'll get teachers who come who are great teachers. They have their RYT 200, maybe they're 500, they have experience, they're inspiring, they have a sense of equanimity, and I want to honor all that and honor the diversity of teachers, but I also want to be confident that they're going to know how to reduce the likelihood of yoga injury. And students will come to me sometimes when a teacher who is new comes to class or teaches a class, and they'll say, I really liked so-and-so's class, but when we were in such and such a back bend, it hurt my back, and it was taught a little differently than you and the rest of the teachers teach that pose. And then I'm put into a little bit of an awkward situation because I want to honor that teacher, but also have a conversation about human movement mechanics that is really hard to have the conversation that encompasses all of that and honors their training and experience. So for me as a studio owner, it would make my life a lot easier if there was an affordable, accessible, convenient certification that was supplemental to an RYT 200 or 500, so that I know when a teacher comes to my studio that they understand the basics of human movement mechanics in order to reduce the likelihood of yoga injury. So thank you. That's why I created SAYF along with my partners. Namaste.